Got a coffee here. It's Monday. I am sick. Can't be helped. Is what it is. Not sure if it's strep or something with my throat, but throat's really sore. A bit of a headache, but other than that, I'm good. For now, got my appetite still, so that's something. Even my phone agrees. And sorry for the lack of content. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I do have videos, and I should be editing them and getting them scheduled to be uploaded. But I'm a one-man band, and when I'm sick, the channel suffers, and I am sorry for that. I will be doing a little bit of work with one of my older channels. It's about modeling and gaming and painting, and I'm looking at revamping a little section mainly over there and turning that into my little tiny painting desk, if you will. And so I'm trying to figure out a way of making a space saver so I can have all my paints in one spot and various other things and whatnot. So it's going to make it a lot easier for me to paint, because I've got a huge Steel Legions army that I've got to finish printing. I've got one tank left to paint, which is an Earthshaker. Once that's done, I can print it, paint it, get it all together, and then have the customer pay me the due payment. Then I will box it up and I will ship it to wherever it's going, and then he'll be a happy customer, and then I will debate about whether or not to finish off my Soul Drinkers Space Marines chapter first, or finish off my no, actually no, I'm going to finish off my Death Guard first, because I've got a few more units I added that I need to finish painting up. Once my Death Guard, which is about 2,000 points thereabouts, if I push out certain war gear, I can get it to 2,000 if need be. I'll add a few more units that will definitely bump it to 2,000, maybe 2,500. And then I'll need to finish off my Death Guard. 100%. I need to finish off my Death Guard. I need sorry, my not Death Guard. Black Legion. Once I have got at least the base colours down on the Black Legion units, I'll figure out what I want to do with it, unit force wise, where I'm going, what direction I'm taking it. Right now I've just done HQ, which is Abaddon the Despoiler, and two troop choices, which is just basic Space Marines. From there I'm going to figure out if I'm going to add Defilers, or if I'm going to add whatever I'm adding. And then once that's done, I'm looking at doing an Emperor's Children warband. But I'm going to do it based on a rogue Sisters of Battle chapter, and I'm just going to call them the Sisters of Suffering. It's going to have a Chaos Space Marine. It's going to have a male leader currently, but then literally the troop choices are all going to be female, and I'm going to add I'm going to add inspiring champions and stuff in there and whatnot. And I will be working on doing a custom fulcrum with some iridescent paints and whatnot and whatnot. So it's going to be glaringly like, yes. I might even go whole hog and make a custom 3D miniature for a friend of mine who is trans. I am a friend and an ally of the trans community. I am bisexual myself. I don't hide that fact. I have dated men and women. I don't hide that fact. My current partner here in England, she's a woman, and we are talking to a third person who's trans, and she's my, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I still have my partner in America. I still have my Eve in Texas, who I absolutely love and adore. Love and adore you. And I also have my little troopers there as well. So hello troopers. Be good for your mum, okay? Be good for your mum. Like I said, I don't hide who and what I am. There's just genuinely no point. Life's too bloody short as it is. I do need to get a haircut here in the next few weeks, because the weather's getting hotter and hotter here in the UK, which isn't too bad. Only thing is I don't have any fans, and I do need to get like a small little rotary box fan and just put it in a corner and have it do its thing, or get one of those window units and have it just blow cold air, the hot air out. Oh, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I've just been extremely busy with everything right now. Some silly bollocks tried to assassinate President Trump again. You know you're doing something right when all of your enemies want to see you dead. And that's the truth. And the problem is, if this was a Democrat president being assassinated so much, there would be so many Democrats screaming for gun control, gun control, gun control, gun control, gun control, gun control, gun control. Do you see a single Republican who are the ones being shot at screaming, we need more gun control? No, we don't, because we don't have a problem with guns, because we understand a gun is a tool. A set of keys is a tool. A phone is a tool. A battery bank is a tool. Okay? If a battery bank slips out of my hand, falls 20 flights of stairs, like 20 floors, and lands on some poor sod and kills them, are they going to ban battery banks? Are they going to ban gravity? If it was a Democrat, they'd say yes. You don't get it, do you? This is all part of the Democratic master plan. And it is. I know I'm going to sound like a crackpot here, but think about it for a second. Why is it every time something bad happens, the first people who want to ban it are the Democrats? Because they don't want you to use it on them. And I'm not advocating for political violence. I'm not. Let me make this abundantly clear. I'm not advocating for political violence. You already killed our messenger. I'll say that again. You've already killed our messenger. Just like the Romans, just like the Jews, who paid 30 pieces of silver to finger out Jesus. And yes, you did that. This is why I don't like Jews. It's nothing to do with the Holocausts or anything like that. I don't give a fuck about that. You're more of a perpetual victim than black people are about slavery. Okay, get over it. Just get over it. Get over yourself. I don't give a toss about you Jews. But you were the ones who fingered Jesus. And that's how the Romans caught him. It's because you bastards knocked on him. Same as on modern day messenger. And no, I am not comparing Charlie Kirk to Jesus. No. No. What I'm saying to you is you silenced him because you didn't like the message he was spreading, which was find a woman, have a family, go to church, pay your taxes, be a good citizen. But be aware, homeschool your kids, which is a fucking good thing, by the way. You should always consider homeschooling your kids. Always, 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 always. I would love to homeschool my child. I would love to homeschool my children. Because you can make homeschooling fun and educational. You don't have to make it school. You can make it fun. You can make it educational. You can always make it educational. You can always make it fun. How do you want to teach them about fractions? Take an apple, cut it in half. This is 50%, right? Put them two together, that's 100%, right? Put that down, cut it in quarters. Now these are quarters. Take that away, that's 25%, right? Take that away, that's 50%. Take that away, that's 75%. Boom, you just learned fucking percentages. It's not that hard. That's how my nan taught me. And my nan survived fucking World War II, so fuck you. And by the time I went to primary school, I already knew the majority of conversational French. I already knew the conversational level of German. I already knew fractions. I already knew percentages. I already knew decimals. I already knew multiplication. I already knew division. I already knew so much. I already knew so much that the math teacher assumed I was resitting, like I got pushed back a year or something. I'm like, no, my grandmother homeschooled me and my brother before we officially started school. And so he tested us. Flying colours. Said, you shouldn't be in my class, you should be in the next year's class. I'm like, okay. They were doing algebra and fraction. They were doing much more complicated mathematics. Yeah, I'm not a math person. I understand mathematics. 1 plus 1 is 2. I understand mathematics. However, algebra is where it does escape me a little bit. You know, x equals y over b. Basically, what intimidated me was how they tried to frame it. But when you break it down, x is, and you've got a little simplification, well, x is always this, y is always that. So there's a formula. So if we know x is 10 and y is 12, okay? So 10x, so x, y, so x times y equals, it's multiplication. So 10 times 12 is 122. Ta-da! See what I'm saying? It's not hard once you've figured it out. Actually, 122? 10, 12, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 120. Yeah, that's right, 120. But you understand what I'm talking about. It's once you take what they've written down and you put it into a formula that you can understand, everything's easy. But that's what my grandmother did. So I'm a firm. So when Charlie said homeschool your kids, I literally jumped out of my chair screaming, yes, because he was right. You should homeschool your kids. You should always homeschool your kids, because think about it, kids learn from their surroundings. And what is most modern day schools teaching them? They're indoctrinating them. They're not teaching them. Here, secretly convert you to Islam, but don't tell your parents. Do this, but don't tell your parents. Do it, but don't tell your parents. If a teacher has to tell your child, don't tell your parents, fire that teacher immediately. I don't give a shit if they've got tenure or whatever. They're clearly doing something that they don't want their parents to know, because they know that their parents would speak out about it. They know that their parents don't agree with it, or they know that their parents, something's going on. You need to fire those teachers. Don't put them on paid administrative leave. You need to fire them, and you need to publicly shame them. Because clearly, if they're doing that to your children, they've done it to other children and other children and other children and other children and other children. This is how ideologies spread. Ideologies, especially if they're good, bad, whatever, it doesn't matter. Good is a perspective, bad is a perspective. Okay? They spread, especially communism and socialism. It spreads because people are brainwashed and they're too fucking stupid to know the difference that communism works on a macro, on a family level, but it will never work on a nation level. Okay? Because guess what? I'll explain it to you. Okay? Your mum and dad have already fucking sacrificed for you. They already sacrificed for you. Do you have food in your belly? Do you have clothes on your back? Are they clean? Do you have a roof over your head? Are you warm when it's cold? Are you cold when it's hot? Are you not getting it? They have already sacrificed, but you don't see it because you're too close to the fucking trees to see the forest. So always thank your mum, always thank your dad, always thank your grandparents. Be grateful for what they've done, because every successive generation before you have sacrificed for where you're at right now. And if you're low on that totem pole, like me, growing up in social housing, I grew up in council housing. I went to public secondary schools. Got kicked out of quite a lot of them for fighting, and Christ knows what else. But my sister and my younger brother both own their own homes now, have beautiful families. Me, I'm on my way. I may be slow, but I'm on my way. I have the love of good people in my life. That's all I need right now. If I won the Euro Millions, yes, I would purchase a home for myself and my family. I would. Then I'm not going to lie, I would travel for a bit. I would. I would go to a private travel agency. I would say, okay, I need visas for Japan. I need visas for Germany. I need visas for Australia. I need visas for Canada. I need visas for Mexico. I need visas for Cuba. I need visas for all these countries that I want to visit. And I'm staying there for a minimum of 2 to 3 months. So I'm going to need a villa. I'm going to need not a B&B, but I need a proper place I can rent. Not a hotel room. I want my own place. Yeah. Do a package deal. Maybe even go on a bloody cruise. Not that I'd want to, but maybe even go on a bloody cruise on a plague ship, because that's basically what cruises are. They're just plague ships. And maybe even go back home to Ireland. Go visit my family's hometown, County Monaghan. Not been since I was a toddler. Maybe visit my family's crypt. My family has a crypt. 11 generations of my family is buried there. I would look at doing some higher learning education privately. Get a tutor for certain things that I need more understanding in. Maybe enroll in a course, maybe a debate course, something like that to further educate my mind. You know, never stop learning. Maybe get laser eye surgery so I don't need glasses, because apparently I can get laser eye surgery for my condition now, which is good news. So I wouldn't need glasses so much anymore. And then I would do one silly purchase. I would make one silly purchase. I would buy me a tank. I would buy me a Challenger 2. Just because I miss those buggers. I miss you, lads. Second RTR. I miss you guys. Sorry. About a week ago, found out that one of the last surviving one of my squaddies, he became part of that number. So I'm going to get a tattoo to honour him and my mates. Sorry, that's what I would do. I would then buy some investments, some investment properties. Probably little 4 or 5 story sky rise, turn it into a rental investment, so passive income coming in, kind of thing. A couple of those, but I would offer them to local councils first, just guaranteed pay. They take care of the maintenance. They take care of pretty much everything. Just I get a static paycheck coming in. That's what a lot of bigger real estate agents are doing now. When they start up these properties and they start falling apart because no one's buying them, because 200 grand for a 1-bedroom flat, nah mate, ain't happening. I bought a 3-bedroom house on a half-acre of land in Utah for 50 grand cash. So no, 200k for a 1-bedroom flat ain't happening, not in this current economy. So if I won, I would buy myself some property to invest and a couple of investment properties, and then I would buy a property for myself. Problem somewhere secluded, which is hard here in England because finite amount of space, but something secluded. Maybe out in Jersey or Guernsey. Yeah, maybe out there. What else? Maybe even some of the British territories, because we've got territories in the Bahamas and whatnot. I may look at buying property out there and living out there. And yes, technically it's part owned by America and England, so there might be issues with visas or whatnot, but yeah. May even get my US paperwork sorted out finally and go back to America. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell you. But the world would be, I won't say my oyster, but the world would be a banquet, and I would want to share it with everyone. Does it mean to start a travel vlog? No. No one wants to see travel vlogs. Just no. But I would definitely take care of the people that took care of me, that helped take care of me when I was down. So all of my Twitch mods, Crypto, Warhammer, Evelyn, Jinxie, yeah, all of my mods that stepped up when Vic, all of the mods that stepped up when I needed them, I would help them out. I'd say, what do you want? You've got medical bills, I'll pay them off. You've got a mortgage, I'll pay it off. Do you want to buy a truck or whatever? I'll help you. You know what I mean? I would do it. If you want a job even, I would hire them and put them on my board of trustees on an LLC. That, again, I would do what I could to help those who have helped me. Same as my daughter here in the UK. I would help her get on the property ladder. I would help her, you know, sort out, because she did drop hints that she wants to start a family soon with her current partner, and that's amazing. I'm totally happy for her. But yeah, I would definitely help them out. My siblings, I would help them out. My mother, I'd give her the best care for the later term of her life, even though, you know, me and my mum are estranged. We don't see eye to eye on basically anything. She's my mother. You only get one mother. I've already lost my father, so I'd make sure that the best care for her at the end of her life is the best care she could ever get, and better than the NHS. And what else? I would make sure that the family that's in my life, that's been there, that aren't by blood, and they know who they are, again, I would make sure that they would be taken care of. I definitely, I would definitely make sure that everyone is taken care of. Now, would I announce it on YouTube or whatever that I've won the Euro Millions? No, I wouldn't. But there would be signs. There would be signs. What kind of signs? Well, I would keep I would keep this room, but I would ask my landlord to take the bed out, take the wardrobe out, just, you know, take it out, and I'd turn this room solely into an office. And guaranteed bang on by 4 o'clock, I'm up, I'm out. Any work, any business I need to do, I'll do it in this room. But by 4 o'clock, I'm unreachable because I want to spend time with my family and my friends. But I would have my own residence that I'd call home. I would. And I know some of you are going to ask me, so I'm going to tell you now, I am voting Rupert Lowe. I'm voting for Restore Britain. End of. End of. Not Reform, not the Conservatives, fucking not the Labours, and fucking not the Greens. Commie pricks. I am voting Restore. I am not racist at all. I just want England to come to its senses. Tiny island, finite amount of space, finite amount of resources, and I'm sick and tired of multiple occupancy plague houses, because if one person in a multiple occupancy home gets sick, you're all sick. End of. And that's the truth. When one gets sick, we all get sick. I got sick because someone else in this fucking house was sick. You don't get it, do you? I want to see an end to multiple occupancy homes. I do. I want these places to be made illegal. Unethical. So I want to watch landlords scamper around and try to convert these all into individual flats. Because in order for it to be a flat, it has to have a sink, it has to have a cooker, it has to have certain amenities for it to be considered a bedsit or a flat. And no, ensuite doesn't fucking count. Ensuite means it's a room adjacent, not in the room itself. Look it up. Twats. Anyway, I've been ranting for too long. And normally the videos over when the coffee's done, but I'm really not feeling it, so I'm probably going to get back to bed after I've uploaded this. Alright, anyway guys, love you all. Keep yourselves flying, keep your enemies dying. Cobra Commander is out, and I'll see you guys in the next coffee time.